What's good, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of our Madden 23 San Antonio Express expansion draft only franchise where we are at the bye week. Currently 2-4. Had a 2-0 start. Ever since then, we've gone 0-4. Not a hot start. I want to avoid morale tanking our season, much like it did last year. So we're gonna do this little retreat to give us plus 10 morale. I think it might help us avoid what ended up being an 8-game losing streak that we had to end season one, just because our morale was so bad that everyone was like -4 overall, -5 overall. It was terrible. Looking to avoid that here, as we are in the middle of a mid-season slump. But we have an opportunity, I think a fairly good opportunity to get back on track with our game against the Panthers in week 8. Week 8 also means that we'll be able to get our first look at the draft with our first positional deep dive, which we will do as part of this episode. Mock draft 2 also out, scouting national focus, all those things that I might do off air. But first, let's get into some upgrades. A break tackle there for Lewis Smart, you love to see. He's such a dangerous guy, running routes. You'd love to increase his ability to make stuff happen after the catch as well. So we'll upgrade power here for Brian Pearson. And his ratings are looking really good. We've gotten him to the point where he's balanced, which is awesome. No real weakness in his game at this point. As we look at Kevon Simmons, who's also, his ratings look so good already. Lance McAllister, one of our worst starters at this point, which is saying something. I thought it would be a little bit longer for, a 70 overall normal guy to be one of our worst starters. We have a couple people less than that. Like our center, I know, was worse than that. Our DT2 was worse than that. Our corner 3 is worse than that. But after that, I think that's kind of where it's like one of our 5 worst starters on either side of the ball. That's pretty good. And what do we do against the Panthers? Throw a medium, I guess, will be something that we can try out. I'd like to get some touchdown throws as well. Improve that touchdown interception ratio, as we have reached the midway point of the season. So you'll start to see a little bit more fatigue accruing. So we have to be mindful of that. Panthers are 5-2. Definitely can't underestimate them, but I am confident in our ability to at least hang with them. In terms of overall wise, one of the not great teams we're going to face this year. I mean, when you're grading on an AFC West curves, there's a lot of teams that don't seem all that impressive. Do a couple of playmaker upgrades to see how it's changed, and yes, you can definitely see, the difference in the upgrades there. Break tackle actually coming up, +2 there for Slayton. And let's get into this draft preview. We will start here with the offensive line. Will be the first group that we will preview, of course, going through everyone on my board, talking to them about them just a little bit. Connor Guyton here to start out, 23 years old, not an elite athlete, a good athlete, but with a lot of A's and no F's, except for, maybe stamina. It's a really good looking offensive lineman. He'd be really, really high on my board if he wasn't 23 years old, I think. The fact that he's 23, I think, gives him a prospect grade of 3 out of 5. Marquise Kemp doesn't really have the speed that you want to see. And, that D run block power makes me not want him on my board anymore. See, that's why you come to week 8. Think maybe players that you originally thought could be on your board, you get some more information on them and you find out not a chance. Matt Cummings here, Doesn't look that great. Day 3 prospect. Give him like a draftable rating of 2. Jacques Boykin, I like a little bit better. He's more of a 3. Having both of his powers at C to F is worrying though. So maybe like a high end 2, low end 3 in terms of his draftability grade. Danny Parrish, 21 years old, which you do like to see. Another guy who's a good athlete, not incredible, but you look at the fact that both of his pass blocks are C. I mean, you'd love for something to be above C, but nothing's below C either. I would give more credibility to somebody being balanced but not elite at anything in like the later rounds. In round 1, I want you to at least be like really good at something, but then maybe bad at something else. He does have a couple A's in there, so I'd give him a 3. Cedric Gallimore, somebody that I like a decent bit here. I wish he was a little bit faster, and maybe he'd earn a 4 for me because he is another guy. Look at that, no Fs except for maybe stamina. So he's not horrible at anything. He's got some A's that we see there in awareness, impact, and lead block. Possibly a run block finesse as well. 21 years old. He's going to be like a high 3 for me. The only thing keeping him from being a 4 is the fact that he just doesn't have the speed that you want. Josh Castro, 23 years old, not a great athlete. Those A's are kind of what's keeping me here. He also has a few A to C's. He's more of like a 2, but a high end 2 just because those are a lot of A grades for a guy who's not the athlete that you want. Clay Peralta here. Definitely a good... Here's the interesting thing about Clay. He's A pass block finesse, but then A to C run block power. So he might be another guy who's decent at both things. So he's a high-end 3 as well. I like Peralta and I like Gallimore a lot. Sherrod Dowling here. Yeah, you see an F there, which isn't great, but A impact, A lead, not a horrible athlete. Day 3. Still a little bit older though, so I'm going to give him a 2. Mitchell Henry here is a first-round center. 22 years old, isn't great, it's not terrible. See some A's there, see no F's, potentials as well. You love to see it. Again, just 22 years old, not an elite athlete, puts him more in a draftability ranking of a 2 for me. If I'm drafting a center that highly, I want him to be really, really good. Ernie Jennings here, 21 years old. Not the best athlete. We do see some A's there. D injury, D run block power. Gonna give him like a 2. Also the fact that he's only center size as well. Maybe even like a low end 2, high end 1 at that rate. Jay Owens, he doesn't have strength, which is really annoying because he looks really, really good apart from that. Look at all those A to C's. Not only is he not going to have any F's, he's not going to even have any D's other than maybe stamina, which is incredible for a round 3 to 4 guy. I can't give him a 4 or a 5 though, because that strength is so low, but I really wish it was higher. Ethan Blackman, I don't know, I beg to differ, Ethan, but anyway, he's like a 2. Right tackle, I don't like anybody in this class, so that brings us to the end of our positional preview for the offensive line for the upcoming draft. And that gets us ready for our matchup here with the Panthers. Matt Rule trotting down on the field, of course no longer employed by the NFL, still receiving paychecks. But Lance Clements here, coming off a really good 4 touchdown, 1 interception game. Hopefully we can, worsen that touchdown interception ratio here in this one as the Panthers will get the ball first. In our first game after the bye, let's see if that little morale boost can help us push towards a victory. This is also kind of the last game before I really dig into maybe changing the quarter length. If we have another, wow, that's a great touchdown interception ratio. 16-3 is incredible. If we have another really high scoring game, we might push down the minutes per quarter by a minute, starting as soon as next episode. We'll just have to see, as that will be a nice play to start out for the Panthers. Clements gets it to number 11. Oh, that's Marlon Royal. He was one of the receivers that I had my eye on. We ended up picking Eddie Hazleton, something that I'm very, satisfied with our pick there. Marlon Royal was, I believe, still on the board as well as between those two players. And it sounds like Royal's playing a big part for them too, starting for them, so that's good to see. And so I think one of those situations that both teams are probably fine with how it turned out. The Panthers also drafted the #1 tight end in the Lewis Smart year, so wow, the Panthers basically last year had a very similar draft to us. As that'll be towards Marlon Royale once again. Royal Royale. That's probably why I didn't draft him. I wouldn't know whether to call him Royal or Royale, honestly. Got to get something going. Does the crowd really just continuously chant, keep pounding like in the real games? Is that a thing? If it is, that is so annoying. Like, I think they have to climb up my most annoying fan base's rankings just on that alone. As McCaffrey's shaking and baking a little bit there for a first down. Already in the red zone are these Panthers, showing us a bit why they're 5-2 and why we shouldn't underestimate them in this game. Timmy Reed got a pass rusher, and wow, Royal's been Clement's favorite target by far in this first drive. Maybe Royal looking out for a little bit of a revenge game, knowing he was on our board and we ended up going another guy instead. First and goal already. Yes, not already. This drive has actually been going for a decent bit of time. Clements has 19 million years to throw. Still can't find himself a receiver. Second and goal now from the 6. Still have a chance to hold them to a field goal, and that's a nice converging on the runner there by Franklin and McAllister. Bring up 3rd and goal. We need to get a stop here. I mean, we don't need to. It's like way early in the game for needing to do something, but it would be big time here. We can keep them to just a field goal attempt, and that's exactly what we'll do. Able to get a little bit of pressure there. D'Angelo Bramble, who we were using on that play, is injured, forcing a very short field goal. So yeah, they kind of forced us all the way down the field, but once the going got rough, we were able to stiffen our defense up and hold them to 3. Simmons back, and we'll be able to return this one. Not able to get anything special there. We'll start at the 24-yard line. On a 4-game losing streak, we gotta right the ship here. Here in year 2, Peyton Manning's patience isn't gonna be quite as, deep as it was in year 1. Looking for some success here as we'll go underneath to Lewis Smart to start out this drive. Lewis Smart hasn't had quite the volume here in year 2 as he did in year 1. I think part of it's just the fact that we have better players. That's a great block by Lawrence Simmons. That is not cross-body. What? Man, just called that cross-body. I'm throwing out in front of me, you dingus. You know what cross-body is? We'll be able to pick it up for the first down on 3rd and 3 anyway, so no harm, no foul, but that was annoying that Madden called that crossbody. I was rolling out and I was throwing out in front of me while in the direction I was rolling out. That's not crossbody. But whatever. Gonna go underneath here too. Luis Sanchez and the Superman dive will get the tackle there. Looking to go to the run game now. On 2nd and 4. We get some nice blocks, and that's gonna spring Kevon Simmons for a first down and more. Shoving off the defender. Gaining 13 yards on his first carry of the day. Looking to go right back to him here. How can you not after a 13-yard rush on your first rush of the day? And Hubbard just decides to not block anybody on that play, so we'll get 0. Nice job, Hubbard. That doesn't make you want Jerome Snow back at left guard. I don't know what will. And we got a wide open Lewis Smart, and he's not gonna catch it. What? I didn't know Lewis Smart was capable of drops like that. Gonna give him another chance here, and he's gonna catch it. We're gonna call it inches. This is unacceptable. This is a really quick base and draw, the only run plays in this formation. That's horrible. We're gonna get it, and that's gonna be a first down. All right. Don't really know what Deshaun Walton was doing there. I wish he would have gone forward, did what his assignment was on that play. Probably could have got more than the half yard that we barely were able to get there. You know, he actually decided to block somebody on that play. But we got some low-rated offensive linemen here. We will end up getting it to Kevon Sanders, but that play was horrible. I wish, once again, that the players would actually do what they're supposed to on a play. Looking at the play action here on 2nd and long. Like what we see in Darius Slayton, past the sticks, and he will catch the ball. That's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 10, so technically able to get a first down here. But I wouldn't really count on it. Can we punch this into the end zone, take the early lead? Going to go underneath to Luis Sanchez. Getting 6 or 7 there. Let's see if we can't find ourselves a touchdown pass here. Maybe to Smart. No. Got bumped there. We're going to run it with Hamilton, and he's going to score. Touchdown, San Antonio. Warps himself to the middle of the field so he can celebrate with his teammates. What is that? Is that bobsledding? Yes, that is. That's bobsledding. Let's go. Love those cross-sport celebrations, I suppose. And we'll take the lead here with 2:24 remaining in this first quarter. "13-play drive, taking up 5 minutes. Very methodical. Our one chance at a big play was dropped by Lewis Smart uncharacteristically. What makes it worse is that Kevon Simmons was wide open in the flat, but Smart was open too down the field, so I took Smart. And just the slightest defensive pressure that he got ended up knocking the ball out, which is quite unfortunate. And they are throwing everything Marlon Royal's game this so far. Like, everything is going to Royal. It is kind of nuts. They have like DJ Moore. I just want to like throw him a ball and it's to him again. This is crazy. We have our best corner on him too. Probably a higher overall than Royal, but can't do anything. We're helpless against this Clements to Royal connection here early. A give here to McCaffrey, and that's a stop by Costanzo and Caleb Bass coming together, stopping him deep in the backfield. Loss of 4. 2nd and 14 now. Nice play in the run there. Clements has plenty of time once again going to Marlon Royal. Jeez, dude. Target someone else. You were playing a drinking game where you took a shot every time Marlon Royal got targeted. You would already be drunk.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
It's actually getting insane at this point how many targets Royal has compared to literally everyone else on this roster. Like, I think he's thrown one pass that wasn't to Marlon Royal so far. That's the only one I can remember, at least. Hey, here's the second, a fellow second-year pass catcher in Darby. Of course, the tight end ranked above Lewis Smart in that first year's draft class. I think that's something that was incorrect, as we've seen that Lewis Smart is coming and instantly become one of the better tight ends in the league. I don't really love any of these plays if we're being honest, but we'll run a little bit of the zone here from the dime. Coming out in empty. We'll guess for the pass. Stanzo gets a little bit of pressure on Clemens, and that is enough to get him to throw the ball away. Bringing up 2nd and 10. Darby once again has plenty of time to throw and finds his man. That's Wes Watkins now on the Panthers. And Carolina's going to retake this lead here at the start of the 2nd quarter. 10-7. Having a hard time stopping this offense, really stopping the Clemens to Royale connection. Let's see if we can get anything going here with a jet pass to Kevon Simmons. And a decent block by Eli Shea will get us a solid gain of 5 there. Brian Burns kind of beat him to the edge, forcing us to cut it up inside. So good job by Brian Burns. And Hazelton unable to bring that in. Your wide receiver 1 needs to bring in a pass like that. It's just he can't be dropping stuff like that. Some bad drops thus far by our best pass catchers. Tried to throw the ball away there, was unable to do so. Didn't really love any of our options there. I'll bring up 4th and 17, and Carolina's getting the ball back. They're going to start at the 45. That's not great by us, of course. We'd love to see some better punt coverage than that. Clemens over the middle once again, targeting Royal. I need to decide whether we're going to call him Royal or Royale. I'm going to call him Royale because I want to. Even though Royale, I know it hasn't hit the end. I just feel like Marlon Royale sounds better than Martin Royal. So that's what I'm calling him. Clemens going deep downfield towards DJ Moore, but that's going to be out of the backfield zone. The pressure perhaps contributes to the overthrow. And underneath to Quez Watkins this time for a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5. Already in field goal range because of a good punt return by McCaffrey. Looking to get a stop here. Clemens has all day to throw, and we end up forcing an incompletion. Really love for some better pressure than what we've been able to get. Been unlucky in that regard. 4th and 5. We will force a missed field goal. Not that we did much to force it. It just was a miss. And so now we'll trot out with good field position to start from the 45, much like Carolina had to start their last drive. Looking to put ourselves back on top here. Gonna go to the run game, and that's a nice hole. Opened up for Kevon Simmons, shaking past some tacklers. He's had a very nice start to this game. Run game working. We're gonna go back to it. With the read option here, we're going to give to Kevon Simmons. Maybe could have kept it. I was kind of worried that guy was just running right at me. And I was worried about a Devin Hamilton fumble. Don't love what we're seeing here. We're just going to try to get the last second throw off to Eddie Hazelton, but fail in doing so. No one's over Hazelton. We're just going to streak him and hit him with a quick pass. We're going to do it, and that's a miss by Hamilton. Oh, Hamilton's so bad. And we hit this massively long field goal, though the power was perfect. The accuracy was as well, and that's a 61-yard field goal from Matthew Welker. his new career high. Before this, it was 57 yards. Looked like it could have been good from a few more. And they'll tie this game up at 10 apiece. Decent kick return coverage there, and the Panthers will start at the 21. Of course, Royal, 38 receptions for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's had half of that in this game, I'm pretty sure. Seems like it at least. And Christian McCaffrey with the carry will get a few. Nice job by Giles. Make sure he couldn't get past him there. Going to bring a little bit of heat here on 2nd and 7. See if we can't create a mistake, and Victor Giles will get the sack. We're going to give Costanzo half of that sack. Fine, whatever. If it helps Costanzo's Rookie of the Year case, I'll take it. But that was definitely a full sack by Victor Giles. Clemens has plenty of time. He's going deep downfield to DJ Moore, and Quincy Boston has stolen hands and cannot bring it in. Quincy Boston just can't catch at all. His rating's 66. So, I mean, it's not very high. You can't expect him to catch many things, but just one of them. I feel like he tips a bunch of balls and just can never bring them down. But we're going to get the ball back with a chance to take the lead. And Jeremiah Black, not much there. On first down, so it'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to maybe stay with the ground game. And that's going to be some great blocking, and Kevon Simmons can't shake past anyone. Juke Black's not really doing anything. Maybe I should just switch his ability, because I suck at juking, obviously. Gonna stick with the run game once again. I love this play. I love Lewis Smart pulling. Makes me so happy. And it was a good block by him, but Deshaun Watson just unable to hold his block long enough to spring Simmons into the second level. And that's just gonna take a sack. And it's gonna be recovered by Brown James, isn't it? And it's gonna be recovered for 6. Try your best to limit your interceptions. You're just gonna fumble instead. A fumble return for 6. And you're trailing once again. That is unfortunate. 101 rushes for 509 yards for Simmons. Really decent start to his career. 5 yards of carry is something you certainly cannot complain about. I'm going to go underneath here to Slayton, just gain about 7. 9 of 13, 70 yards. Been a lot of short throws. Let's switch the direction of the run here for Simmons. And that never seems to work for me whenever I do it. Even though the box is light on the other side, it just never works out. 3rd and 1, gonna go back to the run. I trust Simmons to pick up this last yard. They were trying to run some stunts there. It looked like that Simmons had plenty of room. 55 yards now on the ground for him. And we're gonna stick with it. The run game's working. I definitely got magnetized onto that player because I was trying to go outside of him where there was actually room, but Madden did not allow it to be. Gotta love it. Underneath to Lewis Smart now, and that's great blocking by Luis Sanchez, but was it too great blocking?
Holding offense.
Yes, it was. The blocking was too good by Luis Sanchez. Thought he was just taking a guy out of the picture. I mean, he was, it just was illegally, according to Madden at least. Who knows if we can really trust him. I like the box that we got again, so we're just going to run it again. keep pounding, as these annoying fans in Carolina would say. No, I don't want to say Carolina. I mean, no, just end this game. That shit is annoying. Gonna go deep here to Hazelton. He's got a one-on-one shot, and that's incomplete. Unfortunately. I don't care how many times it doesn't work. I get a deep one-on-one shot to Hazelton. I'm taking it, baby. Eventually, we'll make it work. Oh my goodness. That was an awful play. Jeez, that was bad. 3rd and 10 now. That was so bad. Hazelton's got a little bit of separation. We're going to rainbow it to him, and he's going to run under it for the catch. We are now in the red zone, looking to tie this game back up. And, oh, smart ran into Hazelton. These play designs on Madden can be so bad sometimes. I wonder if it's because Lewis Smart is too fast of a tight end and they're expecting it to take longer to run that route. This is a risky play, but we're going to go to Simmons, and he caught it! What an absolute dot by Devin Hamilton. Almost makes up for the fact that he had an awful pass earlier. Doesn't really. That was right where it needed to be, and that's going to be a touchdown. Of course, I did see that Eli Shea is down with injury. Oh, man, it's really tough. He's our 2nd best offensive lineman right now, but he gets injured a lot. Don't know what to really do about it, though. I don't want to... You know, injuries have to be a part of the game. That's just how football is, and I want to reflect that in our franchise. That is unfortunate. He's been injured for a lot of our games. I think his injury rating is like 81. It's not good. I mean, we have the +4, so I think it's up to 85, but 85 still not great. There's just not really a way. There used to be a way where you could actually upgrade injury, as Costanzo gets the free rush, and it results in a sack. The bye week used to let you upgrade injury, but you're no longer allowed that option, so it kind of sucks. If you draft a player with low injury, he's just going to have low injury. And that's going to be another free rush, and that's going to result in an incompletion. Great pressure by the defense here. Brings up 3rd and 19. We're going to bring pressure again. They probably are going to try to run it here. Force us to get into a timeout. And no, don't let them get it, please. Thank you. Let's call the timeout. Thought we were going to sell and allow a 3rd and 19 conversion on a run. I would have broken my soul. 4th and 3. We will get one more shot to take a lead before halftime. Juwan Simmons has some room here on the punt return. Man, I just don't know how to juke in Madden 23. It's unfortunate. I wish I did. Especially with the, an ability like jukebox, you hope that I have some more success actually juking. Don't know why I threw that. Should have just thrown that away. I'm gonna lose 7 Gs. Yeah, that was a bad read on my part. What were the linemen doing though? Oh my goodness. Get stuck in that stupid animation. It's taken out of what you're supposed to do on the play. Great job, Madden. Super awesome play design by you. And that's going to be caught over the middle. Hazelton will make the catch. We're going to call timeout. 21 seconds left in this game. Nice catch. Going to go vertical here. See if we can get ourselves within range to take another shot towards the end zone. We got Hazelton one-on-one. We're taking the shot, and that's... Check to a run here. See if we... Oh my... How are you making that play, dude? Oh, that's annoying. Down to 12 seconds left in that. Let's see if we can get a first down quickly here to Smart, maybe on the out routes. Nope. Just going to throw it away. Felt the pressure there. This is going to stay a 17-17 ball game. going into the half. A decently high-scoring half, but not like egregious. So we'll see, I guess, what happens in the second half on whether or not we need to switch the quarter length. 2 seconds left, I imagine. Carolina is just going to sit on the ball, and we will get to halftime. What a great punt by Vogel. Can't just brush over that like it wasn't a good job by him. He's a really good punter. Already as a rookie. Let's run inside. It's been working for us. Let's just do it even more to make it work even better. Also defend the Christian McCaffrey run. Kevon Simmons will have another opportunity to return here. Can we find a crease? We can for a minute, and no, it closes before we could squeeze all the way through it. But there was a lane for just a second there. Ends up being a really solid return regardless. First and 10 now. And Kevon Simmons. And I don't really define too much right now, just a game of 3. Gonna stick here with the run. 2nd and 7 now. And not really what I wanted there in terms of blocks. 3rd and 7. Don't want to get the ball up this quickly. I love the conversion here. Of course you love the conversion there. And that's a nice throw. Under pressure. A dot. Devin Hamilton just threw it right into that opening there as Hazleton was breaking in. 4 catches for 80 yards for Hazleton. A nice game thus far. It's no Marlon Royale, but it's a good game. I'm going to go here to the play action. Run game hasn't been quite as good in this drive as it has been throughout this game. And that'll be a completion underneath to Hazleton. Bringing up 3rd and 1. We're going to just run a simple zone play to the left side where we have our best lineman over there. Have some injuries, but still Pearson is healthy, and that's going to be a touchdown to Simmons. No! No! I celebrated and I made a fool of myself. Please, let's just score here. We end up settling for 3. That's going to be such an embarrassment. That was beautiful blocking. Please just score. Yes, we will. Doesn't end up hurting us. It looks cool, Simmons, but gotta wait till you're in the end zone to do that. At least that wasn't like the Deshaun Jackson moment where he let go of the ball before he reached the end zone. So it was a turnover. Actually, I don't think it was a turnover. I think an Eagle player recovered it. Because that play is taken like I took a knee, and so it starts when you start the process, which is just shy of the end zone. That was really, really embarrassing. Maybe I should just stop celebrating. Either way, big time run by Kevon Simmons. Ends up capping it off the next play, and that's a big time run by Christian McCaffrey. Darius Conner with a very clutch tackle. Now Lloyd Leonard is on the ground in some pain. Our defensive tackle position is very thin. As you see, it's actually a defensive end, John Smith, that's playing there now. Oh my goodness! What just happened? DJ Moore embarrassed one of our defenders, and then the other defender took that personal. Even worse, the corner is injured on the play for the Panthers, forcing a fumble, and we're right back out on offense. We're right back out, giving the ball to Kevon Simmons. It's caught from behind. Wow, that was something else. We got a man maybe open here, and it was smart. Didn't really lead him the way I wanted. Also, the coverage didn't end up being the way that I expected it to be. Here, 3rd and 6. Don't want to answer a turnover with a 3 and out, and we won't. That's Goodson. I haven't seen much of anything from him at all this season. but see a little bit of him there. Donis Goodson, one of the cooler first names in our team, on our team, I guess. And wow, just Devin Hamilton. I feel like his accuracy regressed from last year, and I haven't touched the sliders at all, by the way. As Brent just doesn't even get blocked. What happened there? He just goes inside, so Lewis doesn't have a chance to get on that. Looking to run some verts here. Maybe a slant underneath for Sanchez, but I see Eddie Hazelton got pressed, and we're going his way. Make a play, Eddie, and he does! Touchdown for the Express. Eddie Hazelton finally makes a play when we give him the one-on-one shots. Works out, and we take a 2-touchdown lead. Gets pressed there, and I knew at that point we had to take a shot. And it works out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 31-17 barring this extra point, which of course will go in because it's Welker. Welker don't miss. Welker now kicking off, and that's going to go out of the back of the end zone here. 7 minutes exactly remaining here in the third quarter. We've got a 2-score lead. Love to see it. Things are looking good for us. Maybe ending this 4-game losing streak we had coming into this episode. You might argue that losing still behooves us, as there are some obvious holes on this team, and I don't necessarily disagree. But you know, when you got an owner like Peyton Manning, who's maybe not the biggest fan of your draft-only strategy, you kind of got to show some results so he can continue to let you do what you do, and that's just an absolute pancake on Victor Giles, and that's going to be fumbled, but picked right back up by Christian McCaffrey. Giles got folded by a mountain, like absolutely folded. Nice block by him. 1st and 10 now for the Panthers. Let's guess pass here. They are now an empty. Leonard gets a win, but not quickly enough as Giles. A little bit of a rough stretch here. Got folded last play, got targeted this play. Both ended up in big-time Carolina games, and they are right back in scoring range. Timmy Reed with a win. Once again, not quick enough. This time he's probably going to get tagged with roughing the passer. He will. Of course, as Marlon Royale makes yet another catch. Maybe a bit of a frustration penalty there. Been so close to hitting Clements all game long, just haven't been able to do it. Very much. And that is wide open. That is like not even kind of open. That is wide open. I don't know what happens there. How could it be that wide open in the zone defense, bro? I honestly don't know. But do you expect any less from this defense, honestly? We are bad. Simmons with another chance to return here. Can he get anything out of it? Tried to sneak it back outside. Tried to do like a little inside out. Couldn't really get it done. Towards the 30 yards total for Simmons on the day. Our guy continues to cook. Gonna give him another opportunity to do so now. Actually, sees no one's over Hazelton again, so I want to give him a quick streak again. See if we can hit him, and we can once again find the little hole in the zone. If you don't put somebody over a player in the slot, you can guarantee that we're going to try to attack that. Not gonna like abuse it and like go in a hurry up and do it like all the way down the field. But we are gonna do it as Donovan Holmes reaches the outside. Can he go all the way? He can. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown Express. We retake the 2-score lead. Donovan Holmes' first carry of the day is a big one. Gets good blocks initially. Race to the edge. The dive misses. The other dive misses. Now those are the dives that we get on our side of the ball. Of course, got the last second Superman dive, but by then it was too late. Donovan had already crossed the end zone. And we retake that 2-score lead. Another explosive run. Of course, had that one by Kevon Simmons earlier that I slid at the 1-yard line instead of going into the end zone for because I'm a dummy. That one by Donovan Holmes. Kind of like the situation we have here where we occasionally get one of those guys, other running backs in, whether it's Black or Holmes. It's just, you know, those two are obviously always fresh. They don't get a lot of runs, so when they do get a carry, they got plenty of energy to go and finish off a play like that. Or we didn't see that hardly at all last year, right? Explosive runs weren't really a part of the year 1 San Antonio Express. Deep downfield goes Clements, and Quincy Boston once again can't catch a ball. If Marlon Royale had caught that ball, I would have rioted in the streets. Fortunately, though, for us, he didn't. So that brings up 3rd and 9. Reed with a win, but whoa, what? How was he not touched down there? DJ Moore was wide open. Let's see what happened there. I guess that's just the soft spot in the zone. That's a really big soft spot in the zone, though. Holy. Marlon Royale once again gets another catch. What else is new? Nine for 109. Jeez. What was that? What was that? I had the block should have went and then I just sat down. Nope, I'm too tired to finish off this play. Let me sit. All day. Clements could basically write an autobiography in the pocket, and he finds who? Bet it wasn't who you thought it was. Marlon Royale. Jeez, dude. 10 catches. We haven't even started the 4th quarter yet. Who is this dude? Maybe we did make the wrong choice. Holy. The best receiver we've played all year, at least the best receiver performance. Sheesh. Gets another kick return opportunity, but unable to make anything too special out of it. Hutchinson had a really good game himself. Has more yards, not as many catches. But the two second-year receivers going at it here in this game, both having just excellent games. Oh, man. Will Smart would have been wide open. Couldn't get the throw off before we were throwing out of sack. He was going to be gone. Really unfortunate. Instead, it's 3rd and 6. Just get back down the throat to a wide open Lewis. My boy Lewis. He's wide open once again, even more wide open than the first time. And that's going to be a big time game. Now into Carolina territory. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And how cover does end up getting a little bit of that block. Not quite as soon as I would hope. I don't know why Hazelton didn't try to block that guy. Probably because Hazelton sucks as a blocker. That would make some sort of sense. Come on, Simmons got some blocks. Shakes past one man. Darius Slayton with the key block, and once again another explosive run for the Express. We're running all over this team. That'll be 45 points through 3 quarters. The running game. I mean, of course, we've had some explosive passes as well. Lewis Smart on that drive as one example. The Hazelton touchdown as another. But just a lot of explosive runs in this game. $213 rushing yards through 3 quarters. Tells you everything you need to know about how we've put up 45 points already. Kind of going back between a touchdown game and a 2-touchdown game. Neither team really able to get any stops right now. Hopefully our defense can clamp up a little bit here in 4th quarter. And no, I dove towards Clements and miss. Tried to get a sack, couldn't get one. Definitely not doing a good job of hurting Clements' touchdown interception ratio this game. He's doing really good. I didn't want to be Giles. I don't want to be Giles. I gotta go play coverage. Please, I'm switching on to the DB to make sure Madden didn't cheese that. They definitely would have had I not switched on. No, for a fact that would have been a catch. If I didn't switch on to Booker there. We need to upgrade over Booker so badly. We need corners so badly next year. We'll see once we get to the defensive back preview how plausible that will be in this upcoming draft. First and 10 now at the 37-yard line. Kevon Simmons for just a few. Over 150 rushing yards on the day. Hazelton open over the middle, and we will take that all day. If you give us these over the middle shots, we're going to take them. Not afraid at all to do so. Going back to the ground game, which has been so dominant in this game. We'll gain 4. Coming into the game ranked 26th in the league. Not good enough. I feel like a lot of these simulation games, we just don't run the ball enough is the problem. Like, Kevon Simmons has only had a couple games where his average has been bad. There's just been a lot of games where his attempts haven't been where they needed to be. That was bad by me. I should have done a little bit more to make the man miss, and we would have had a first down for sure. Not too worried about converting a 3rd and 1 though. I think we got this in the bag. 60 plays run now, and that'll be a first. Brian Burns was screaming off the edge. We just went straight forward. Tried to make as long of a path for him to get to us as we could. I'm just trying to slow things down. Got the 2-score lead, trying to milk the clock on the ground. Switching up here to a little bit of a short pass game. Gonna go over to Lewis Smart, who's got room inside the red zone. That is picked up by Darius Slayton. Fumble by Lewis Smart. We've seen an uncharacteristic drop. We've seen a fumble now from Smart. Definitely not his best stuff in this game. Want to get Jeremiah Black a touch. Is he injured? I know there's a single back formation where he gets in. Wanted to give Kevon Simmons a break and Jeremiah Black a chance, but it looks like he's not available. Donovan Holmes, that was a massive hole, able to get 5 from it. We got Lewis Smart in the end zone, touchdown, and we extend our lead further still. And for the first time in franchise history, we put up a 50-burger, baby, on these Carolina Panthers. And we'll take a 3-touchdown lead, a commanding 3-touchdown lead. Yeah, I mean, 52 points with 7 minutes left in this game. Maybe it's time to shorten the quarters a little bit. In terms of like the amount of plays that have been run, it's not too egregious. Maybe a little bit over. So I think maybe just a change of 1 minute per quarter could do the trick. Of course, Mono Royale's had just been eating us alive. Didn't need that little game break to show it to us, though. We kinda already knew that. Clemens has 19 million years to throw. Ends up throwing it away as the pressure got there very, very late. Like I said, it took 19 million years, but the pressure did get there. And, oh man, I tried to go disrupt the screen pass, but I got pancaked instead. Oh, that's nice. Try to get McAllister in the path that we know is their primary receiver there. Once again, just no pressure. Holy smokes, dude. Please say that's out of bounds. Please. Okay, it is. I don't know how it's possible to have a pass rush this bad. It's painful. It's painful. Over the middle, Quez Watkins gets the first down for Carolina. John Smith onto the field here. He gets a nice little win and forces a completion. He didn't force a completion. That's kind of what Carolina wants to do. It forced a hurried throw. It just still ended up being a completion, unfortunately. Trying to force Clemens into some hurried throws, and he just always has the answers. Which is annoying, because he probably sucks. He's probably like a 73 overall. Maybe I could do a better job of previewing the teams that we play every week. Our episodes are already so long. And I could trim a lot of these games, like a lot of the insignificant plays, you know, the 2-yard rushes, Wow, that's a catch. That's awesome. Great job, Moore. That was super good. I mean, DJ Moore should be able to do that over Booker because Booker's booty cheeks, but the Carolina Panthers go out and score and make our defense look worse. I guess this game's not completely over. We need one more solid drive. Just looking to give on Simmons the ball once more. Let's get him over 200 total yards. Heck, let's get him over 200 rushing yards. Needs what, like 27 or something? That's doable. Feed the men. This is going to be a good start. No, how can I not make a guy miss? I have jukebox. This game sucks. How do I transport 3 yards to the right and the guy just knows I'm going to do it and tackles me? So annoying. Of course, he gets sacked there too. Dude, jukes are so bad in this game. Or at least I'm so bad at doing them. Probably a little bit of both. Gonna run here to Simmons. Honestly tempted to do it again here, but they're not covering Hazleton. Let's cheese them up. And there we go. That should allow us to basically run the clock out. Jeez. 9 for 181 for Hazleton. Awesome. Now I just got to run the clock out here. Kevon Simmons finds the lane, trucks over, and man will get the first down. Oh, you calling timeouts now? Was 52 points on you not enough? I mean, I was just going to run this clock out, but now that you're calling timeouts, let's go score this ball. What do you say? Go get a tutty. Extend this lead. You don't want to just go calmly into that night, and just as we speak it, Kevon Simmons will score. That's what you get for calling timeouts when you're down 2 touchdowns. Accept the L, you losers. Let's go. Very excited with a couple really good blocks downfield on these explosive runs. What's that, our 4th explosive run this game? That's nuts. 3 by Simmons, 1 by Donovan Holmes. Put up 59. Probably should have just gone for 2 so we could put up a 60 burger on these sorry bums. They're probably going to go down and score too. They're going to be mad at us for scoring when we should have run the clock out, or we're just going to be like, yo, dude, you were calling timeouts. What you want me to do? There's going to be some bad blood between the Express and the Panthers after this one. Ooh, Darby out here showing some moves. So Darby probably has 64 juke. Has had more successful jukes in this game than Kevon Simmons. Makes total sense. Second and 10, 1:21 left in this game. Let's just end it. Let's get a pick or nice throw. That was pretty good, honestly. Respect. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna score one more time. Whatever, dude, I don't care. We absolutely destroyed them. We put 59 on their team. If they can't take that with some race, that's on them, that's not on us. And I swear, if I take a drop that deep, then I get like all the insta sheds. I just want it to be the same, man. That's all I want. If their quarterback does something stupid, the 4 cents a catch. Oh man, yeah, we need to reduce the minutes. 59 to 45 is nuts. You're honestly gonna onside kick it. You're honestly gonna onside kick it. There are 9 seconds left, and you're down 2 touchdowns. Take the L, you. Man, the late game AI needs to be fixed in Madden 23. It is so incredibly bad. Down 2 touchdowns, don't be taking timeouts in under 2 minutes. Please just stop doing it. I was going to kneel it, but then I realized they're going to still use their stupid timeouts because this game sucks. Watch, I'm going to call this, they're going to call timeout after me. Oh my goodness. Man, fix yourself. You're a terrible excuse for a video game. I'm sitting here complaining after putting up 59 points. I know. I just wish Man's game was handled better. Of course, they're gonna call timeout. 1 second left, down 2 scores. It is physically impossible for you to win. It's impossible. There's 0 scenarios where it's a possibility to win. Why are you calling a timeout? Anyway, really good game. Devin Hamilton, 3 touchdowns is 0 picks. Easily our best game with Hamilton ever. And he had some bad missed throws too. Could have even been better. 32 attempts, 240 yards for Simmons is crazy. Of course, 2 for 60 for Holmes as well. 9 for 181. Smart had a decent game, but it was obviously the Hazelton game in terms of receiving. 1.5 sacks for Costanzo, half for Giles. Couldn't really get much pressure on Clements for some reason. But yeah, I think starting next episode, we're going to experiment with 11-minute quarters. Just see how many plays we run when we change it to 11-minute quarters. Because even if the scores are better, if we're running less plays, what I'm concerned about the most, or I guess what I want the most in this series, is for the plays run per game to be as close to what we see in real life football. I don't care if the scores are higher or lower, as long as the play count is close. So, because I do believe scores being higher or lower can be a product of the fact that we have a pretty good offense and an awful defense. So that just results in higher scoring games. This was, at the even higher end of it. Let's do our scouting national focus real quick to end off this episode. It's going to be defensive end. I think the best player in this class is probably a defensive end, and I just want to make sure of it. Marquestin Red, I do believe, it's not a player that I love necessarily. We'll get to him when we get to defensive line in a later episode, but I do believe he's going to be the best player in the class, which just kind of tells you what I think about this class. We got 4 players on injuries. 2 of them are coming back next week, though. When we will be playing the Chargers next week for the first time in this series. Again, we missed our Chargers game last season because the game was glitchy. That's fixed up now, which is nice. Chargers are only 2-5, but look at that. They have a 91 offense. Also, look at all these breakouts. Defensive line, defensive back, tandem breakout quarterback. That's what happens when you score 59 points in a week. Jeez. So we got a chance to get a lot of upgrades. Kevon Simmons, very much so deserved that player of the week. 240 rushing yards, 12 receiving, 4 total touchdowns. Absolute beast. But that is all I have for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. We're going against the Chargers next time, and I will see you then.